I'm not picky, so long as the arrow flies straight.
They got damage.
You're confident?
They kicked me
I'll
out.
give you that.
Don't you know who I am?
I'm ready. Glory is mine.
Days?
There's some potion business going. We should trade. We should very fat.
Ross Boutique. Luxury goods and rarities.
I've missed it. In days? What a pile of...
They got damaged in the fight. It'll fix up just fine.
You're confident? I'll give you that.
Hurts, doesn't it?
I'm not picky, so long as the arrow flies.
Dwarven wedding interrupted by Voidwoken. Brave Dwarves party on! Hunters.
What a pile of junk.
They got damaged in the fight. It'll fix up.
Should do a stock take. Maybe tidy the shelves.
I was hired to guard a wedding. Nobody said anything about fighting monsters.
Back away from the door! No entry. Hold it right there. Private wedding party. No entry.
At the mention of Loha, she narrows her eyes and then opens the door. With a jerk of her head, she motions.
Nothing sacred anymore. All safe.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Sorry, it's been, quite a day. You need a hand with anything, let me know.
He rubs his jaw in thought.
Low, eh? The boss has been getting messages from dwarves all over, but that he's not exactly a popular fella, and that's putting it lightly. No, the boss's daughter was tying the knot. God, there's no way we could have known. But even in these times, one doesn't expect a void. I'll tell you something, though. We'd no problem with those filthy beasties till all these guards showed up. You and me both. Worked for Ross for a decade. I'd half expected an invitation of my own. But even with half of Arx lying dead in his garden, he still wants the shop open. Then again, if I'd been at the wedding... That said, it doesn't feel right to be hawking wares with that next door. Take care of yourself.
Bloody void woken that wedding. If that ain't a bad omen, nothing is.
Summer's still good. What's you looking for?
Nothing's sacred anymore. Or safe.
Prepare yourself.
lucky find.
Well, look at that. A pure masterpiece of the porcine school.
Good find.
Is the pig in this painting wearing a crown? Someone must really love the little porker.
Gods, I am so sorry. How could I have known?
She looks up at you with glassy eyes, wiping her tear-streaked face on one brocade sleeve.
A girl's wedding should be the... Gods, I am...
She looks up at you with glass.
A girl's wedding should be the happiest day of her life. I can't accept them. I know you mean well, but how can I celebrate now? Void woken on my wedding day. At least my loving husband is still with me.
She turns and waves one timid hand to her husband on the balcony. He offers an apathetic grunt in return. She blinks back tears from her pink-tinged eyes.
Please forgive him. He's broken up. It's a lot to take in. We lost so much in the blink of an eye.
She gazes dejectedly into her lap, looking more like a recent widow than a blush.
It's all right. I can pray enough for the both of us. And I pray that Duna protects the souls lost and mends the broken hearts that remain. My poor love. He needs a moment to himself. And who wouldn't? Today should have been so different.
She takes a shuddering breath and idly itches her face. You would expect her cheeks to be ruddy from tears, but they are pale instead, almost translucent.
I have been feeling peaky lately. My darling said it was the rosy glow of a woman in love. But now, I think it was a warning. A sign of the massacre to come.
Ah, you.
The noble-looking dwarf beckons Ifan closer. Ifan narrows his eyes, but strides over anyhow as the dwarf gestures toward the somber group inside.
Hard to believe you're looking at a wedding party, isn't it? My wedding party.
He looks you over, his mouth pressed into a mirthless smirk.
But I suppose you're no stranger to mournful faces. The Silver Fang, isn't that right?
Look, I know you're him. I know you can take care of problems. And I've got just the problem for you. A very lucrative one.
I intend to be a particular kind of husband. And I could use someone with your particular talents to help me achieve this. I need you to take care of my father-in-law and bring me his will.
The dwarf winks in an exaggerated fashion, squeezing one eye shut so forcefully it looks like his face just swallowed an eyeball. In return, Ifan raises one eyebrow, slowly.
The man you speak of is not who I am anymore, and I'll not become him again for the likes of you.
Without another word, Ifan turns on one heel and strides away, leaving the aggrieved dwarf spluttering in his wake.
Lucian's day arrives! Hopeful pilgrims take the Lord's flag!
She looks right through you, face slack with grief. A well-dressed dwarf paces swiftly around the room, overseeing the packing of trunks. He gives you a cursory glance, worry etched on his face.
Yes, thank you for coming. Indeed, it would have been a beautiful ceremony if only... Dark times. Dark times indeed. Safe home to you now.
He quickly turns away and casts a worried gaze around the room, counting.
I'm afraid I don't know any... Lohar, you say? Keep your weapons stashed, hothead. I'll tell you what I know. When the crackdowns and decrees came, I defended her. When she exiled her cousin Marcus, I joined in the applause. But this new plan of hers, I want to believe I do, but death fog? Something's not right. She's tuned me out. Well, she's tuned everyone out. Everyone but that advisor of hers, that Isbale. Her quacking all but drowns us out. Hell if I know. A terrible answer, but it's all I've got. But it wasn't long after she started hovering around Justinia that things started to change. Justinia's always been hard, if you know what I mean, but never heartless. I don't know what her endgame is, but I don't want to be anywhere near when it begins. She's holding court in the sewers, if you can believe it. Go to my wine cellar. Pull out the vintage called Lula Bell. It will open the way for you. And take this key. You'll know where to use it when the time comes. Is there more you need from me? You already know how close the danger... Ah, my darling...
Awful day for it.
The dwarf glances at Ifan, pulls you close.
The Silverclaw's blade is clearly dulled. But you look like a man of action. A doer of deeds. And I have a matter of some urgency I'd ask you to attend to. My new father-in-law, Mikhail Ross, must die, and you must retrieve his will. I will not prescribe the methods you use, but I shall insist on your discretion. Now, tell me, what payment do you require for this service? I have a certain skill with alchemy. I could certainly teach you a thing or two. Of course, if you don't have the wit for that, I can see you richly rewarded in all manner of potions. They could grant you health, strength, or even love.
The dwarf recoils. His face is a mask of abject...
That won't be necessary. Just see that it's done. By Duna's beard, these savages.
Be brief.
What? Impossible. That's the wine talking, that is. Yes, yes. You stand straight and tall, a sign of an honest man. This news does muddle things a tad. I tell you what, you seem an honourable sort. See Dorian dead and I will meet his offer. Be quick about it. I do not have the luxury of time.
I was just looking for my husband. He was right here a minute ago. I just turned away to refill my goblet, looked back and he was gone.
She stares at you in horror. You think you see that strange pink tint in her eyes fade a little.
What? No, that's not true. That's impossible.
Her eye twitches and her mouth moves silently, but aggressively. It almost looks as if she's having an argument with herself. When she looks up at you again, the pink tint has cleared completely from her eyes.
How could he? How could he? I've got to find my father. I must warn him. He trusted a stranger over his own daughter. I bet his pig knew about my husband before I did too.
She slumps in her seat, looking even more miserable and dejected than ever. She nods sadly, gaze.
Something stinks around here. So much death on such a lovely day. There are toys in the cage. They're alive, and they look hostile. Time to play.
What is happening out here? Haven't we seen enough tragedy today?
He considers the wreckage surrounding the ex-cake. Understanding dawns.
That cake, it came from the doctor, with a letter of congratulation. It was truly a magnificent sight, but the wedding was cut short before we could even slice it. Voidwoken, sabotage, bad cake. You'd think someone had it in for our little lady. Can't say I blame you. I don't want to appear disloyal, but as dwarfen weddings go, this one had a tad more blood than usual.